awesome, absolutely awesome.
I love it when a plan comes together. Definitely worth a look. Yeah, it was well on par.
And good afternoon, everybody. It is still Saturday morning. I apologise. Good morning, everybody. Okay, it's Saturday, the 16th of February, 2013. It was Valentine's Day 2 days ago. Sorry. So yeah, lovers out there, good for you. For us singletons, we're just happy as it is. So that's all right. Anyway, right. So as you can gather by this video, I am reviewing A Good Day to Die Hard, which I saw on Thursday night, and let me just have to say right now, wow, it was just typical Bruce Willis, comical satire, as you like to put it, and it had all the makings of all the previous 4 movies, plus obviously something for the new generation as well. And I've just got to say that Bruce Willis still has it. The guy can still run, he can still pull punches, and he knows how to bring out those one-liners as well. It's really amazing. I can't wait to see him in G.I. Joe Retaliation, which is out next month, so I'm looking forward to that as well. And obviously Red 2 is out, I think, later on this year as well. So was that out later some point this year or maybe next year, I think it is. Anyway, with that in mind, as I say, yeah, it is actually Red 2 is out this year, sorry. So anyway, so with this movie, it's all about his son Jack, played by Jay Courtney. So those of you who watch Spartacus, he was in that basically. So Jay Courtney is his son, plays Jack, and he's actually a CIA operative, and he's looking after this Russian prisoner who's been put behind bars and is set to testify in court and all sorts, and is about to get put away for good, or pretty much his life is hanging on the balance. And there's this other guy who's also who knows his prisoner, who's trying to basically get rid of him, doesn't want him to testify in court or anything like that. Apparently back in the days of Chernobyl, they both, were partners, and then one of them betrayed the other, so it's all about one trying to get one over on the other basically. So that's what it's all about. So it opens up pretty well. You've got, as I say, Jack trying to find this dude and look after him, and well, I say look after him, but he's actually more killing people for him. It kills one person in particular anyway, for this guy who's in prison. But let's just move on from that. I really want to talk about the action in this movie. Of all 5 movies, this one had to be more action heavy than the rest of them, because there was so much explosions going on. And watching this movie in IMAX made it even better as well, because the explosions were that loud. Honestly, I thought I was actually going to be deaf at one point. It really was such an amazing spectacle to watch all those action pieces get beautifully done. And as I say, the quirky one-liners with John McClane and of course his son Jack. A bit where what is it? Where he's asking him, would you like a hug? And he says, well, we're not really a hugging family. And it's like, yeah, that's right, we're not. But and you've got the father-son talk between John and Jack as well. And Jack is constantly calling him John. He's not calling him Dad. He does it about a couple of times when John's not really listening. But most of the time, it's all about he calls him John because he felt like he never had a dad. And there's a moment in the film where John is actually talking to this Russian prisoner, and he's saying how I always thought work was more important than anything else, because this prisoner, this guy who they're looking after, has a daughter, and he's in the same position as John, whereby he always thought that work was more important than family. In some sense it is, but at the same time, family is also important kind of thing. So they both have something in common in that regard. So it kind of made Jack feel a little bit bad for having a pop at his old man. As I say, you'll see, if you've not seen the film, you'll know why Jack doesn't feel that much love for his dad to begin with anyway. But as the film progresses, you start to see their relationship start to get a bit better as well, and they're working together. John was only going to Russia, for heaven's sake, right? He's going to Russia going to Moscow for a vacation. He actually says it a few times in the movie where he's like, I'm on fucking vacation. You just hear people, the entire cinema just started laughing when every time he said that. Bad guys are shooting people and he's just going around saying, I'm on fucking vacation. It's like, oh, bless John. He's only here on holiday just to see his little boy, but yeah, people are shooting around the place. Might as well get himself involved. But yeah, as I say, really, really well played, and definitely I think there was actually a couple of references to all the older Die Hard movies as well. I think they did mention. Did they mention Nakatomi? I believe they did. Then there's there was an FBI section in there as well. And then obviously you got the helicopter towards the end of the film, but again, not going to say too much about that, because that will kind of reveal a lot of things. But as with many of Bruce Wayne's John McClane movies, all the Die Hard movies, there's always a twist. There's always something twisting in there, so it does become apparent what really goes on in the film and what exactly is occurring. But like I say, I think overall very, very solid, and I absolutely enjoyed it, and I think it was brilliant. It was a good laugh, just what I needed. Typical John McClane movie. Yeah, definitely enjoyed it. So kids, get yourselves down to the cinema, go and see it. Take your dad, take your grandma, take whoever, take someone who has seen the old school movies that will really understand what John McClane is all about. Because like I say, Bruce Willis definitely has a thing or two to still teach the young generation. So there you have it. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.